Hi, welcome to week 3 of Pink Boot Camp. And this is all about coaching because coaching is just as important as booking and lead generation. It is equally as important as those other two. So you got great names, you met some brilliant, sharp women who want what we have to offer, and you reached out and you booked them. So now let's talk about coaching those appointments to success, okay? So one thing, first and foremost, that we've talked about all along the way is that you book the individual first, and then we coach it into a party, okay? And so there are some great scripts attached that are going to give you the verbiage that you need, but it's basically going to take an individual makeover or appointment or facial, and you're going to book that because most women will agree to that. Most women will agree to let you borrow their face, right? But a lot of women do not want to take on the burden of hosting a party, okay? Because that means cleaning your house and all that other stuff, right? So we talked about that before. You book the individual. Now we're going to coach it into a party by assuming she wants to have girlfriends join her, okay? So it's, hey, this is good for up to 4 girlfriends, or this is good for up to 6 girlfriends. And so how would you like to invite your girlfriends? Facebook event or Evite, right? We're assuming she wants to share it with her girlfriends. So now we're going to make it easy for her to invite her girlfriends, have them have all the details about what to expect and what they're going to get. And then it also provides a way for you to communicate with the guests in a professional way. So let's talk about that part of it, because you need to coach the individual facial into a party. But then once you have a party, you need to coach it to success, which means coach it to hold. Because even when you do everything right, the statistics in Mary Kay are that 50% of your appointments are going to cancel or reschedule. And that's if you coached them really well, right? If you don't coach them really well, then your statistics are more like 20% are going to hold, and the rest are going to reschedule. So we all know that a booking in your date book means you're writing in your checkbook, right? You're earning some money. So when you have bills or you have things you want to pay for, the last thing you want is for your appointments to cancel or reschedule, right? That is not what anybody wants. It's frustrating. It starts to make you frustrated with your business, and we don't want that. So let's do everything within our power and everything we can to ensure that our hostess feels like we have got it all under control, and that our hostess is excited for what you're offering her friends, and that her guests are excited for what to expect. And that's all going to come through coaching, okay? So I'm going to give you all the materials you need. Those are all going to be attached to this video. Like always, there's a great Dropbox folder as well that has a bunch of other resources. But I'm also going to just share a few quick, simple tips with you so that you know kind of what the important things are with your coaching. So we know a party worth booking is a party worth coaching, okay? Those are number 1 things we want to do. We want to book a facial and coach it into a successful party, okay? So how you do that is, number 1, you do not have a party on your date book until you have a guest list. And that is the rule of coaching, okay? There is no party until you have a guest list. And a guest list means that your hostess has given you the names and contact information for the women she would like to invite to her party, okay? We take that out of our hostess's hands and we do it for them. We are their fun party planner, okay? And the reason why we do that is because your hostess may be busy. She probably is. She may put off, having the time to sit down and actually send the invitation out. She may want to make sure the invitation is super cute and has all the information and not know what to say. And so it kind of freezes her. And so she's not getting it done. So let's take that out of her hands. Let's make it easier for her, because this is your business, your business. This is fun for her. This is an extra for her, but it's your business. It means more to you than it does to her. So let's take control of it, okay? So for me, I don't even write down the party in my date book until I have a guest list, okay? You don't have a booking until you have a guest list. That is the most important thing I want to stress with you. So what I love to do is I love to set my hostesses up with a Facebook event or an Evite, because then I get to control the communication with her guests. Okay, I can post fun videos with makeovers or product information or pictures that are cute and fun. I can communicate with the guests. I actually do all my pre-profiling through Facebook event or Evite as well. You can do a quick phone call or text based on that interaction, but I start my pre-profiling system through those invitation methods. If my hostess doesn't want to do a Facebook event or an Evite and she insists on texting out her girlfriends or letting her girlfriends know, that I ask her for their names and their phone numbers so that I can call them to ask them a few quick questions about their skin so I am best prepared. And that's called pre-profiling. Okay, so if they are not going to do a Facebook event or an Evite where I can see exactly how many people are invited and exactly how many people are coming, and I can get them excited about what they're about to experience, and I can give them the proper information about what they're going to experience and communicate with them in a professional way what's going to happen, then I want to have the phone numbers and the names of the women that she has invited so that I can make a personal phone call to them. Because what if your hostess texted her friends and said, hey, why don't you come to this event? You just need to show up and I'm going to earn some hostess stuff. You don't have to buy anything. Don't even bring your checkbook. What if that was what she was communicating? You don't know. But when you take control of the invitation and you send it out, you have control over what they are hearing and what they are seeing. And it's a representation of your business. Okay. So you don't have a party. You don't have an appointment until you have a guest list. And once you have a guest list, let's talk about electronic invitations, okay? Because sending out a postcard is cute and fun, but you have no idea if they received it and you have no idea if they're coming, okay? But when you do a super cute Facebook event or an Evite, then you know they're receiving it. You can see if they've opened it, and you know when they RSVP, and you can communicate with them. You can also post fun videos and pictures and build excitement for the event and control the content that they're reading about their event. So I really love doing electronic invitations, so much so that when my person says, oh, I don't really want one, I say, well, that's the way that I manage my schedule. And so I really need to get one set up. And they'll be like, okay, I'll do one or the other. Okay. So you want to get the guest list and you want to set up an electronic invitation, and then use that electronic invitation to convey what they're going to experience, the excitement of the event, your professionalism, and get them excited for meeting you and just having that new experience that they will with Mary Kay. Okay, so you want to be sure right after you book the party and you get the guest list out, you want to be sure to excite your hostess about what she is going to get as a hostess, right? Because a hostess has to clean her house. She has to kick out her kids or her husband. She's got to make food, buy beverages. I mean, there's a lot a hostess has to do. So you want to make sure she feels every step of the way like this is worth it. Okay, you want to encourage her to make a wish list. You want to talk about what products she fell in love with that she could get at a discount or half price or whatever hostess benefits you're offering, okay? So you want to provide her right away with a super cute but simple hostess packet. So in my hostess packet, I get this question a lot. All I put is a lookbook, 3 to 5 outside order forms, and a half-page thing that says what our hostess benefits are, along with a personal handwritten note that says, thank you so much for hosting a party for me on October whatever, and I really look forward to meeting your girlfriends and having a lot of fun, okay? So that is what I put in a cute, simple, I put all the documents inside the lookbook. I put it in a little cello bag, and I want to personally deliver it to her if I can. If not, I will pop it in the mail. But then I'm following up to make sure she received it, and I'm going to say, start building your wish list, because you want to make sure you know exactly what you want and what you're excited about to earn at your party. Okay, so that's a big part of it. Make sure that that's in front of her face and that it looks cute and she's excited, okay? Then every time you touch base with your hostess, you want to connect her back to those hostess benefits she's getting. So if you're running with a hostess promo that you're excited about, she's going to be excited about it too. So make sure that whatever hostess promo you're running with, you're excited about it. If you hosted a party in your own home, would you be excited about those benefits, okay? So every time you talk to her, whether it's to coach the party or whether to confirm the number of guests she's got coming or to just give her a blow-by-blow on what's going to happen in the order of the party and all that, you're going to talk about at the end, like, have you made your wish list? Do you know what products you're in love with? Are you familiar with your hostess benefits? Do you understand what you're going to earn? All that stuff, okay? You want to be sure to verify the guest count with your hostess 24 hours in advance, okay? Because we all know that we can do everything along the way, and then the day before, everything comes apart. So you want to be sure to have that contact 24 hours before her party and just say, hey, Sally, I'm super excited to pamper you and your girlfriends tomorrow. I just want to make sure that we still have 5 women coming, and if that's not correct, just let me know. I want to be sure I have enough supplies and I'm all prepared, okay? But before we do the 24-hour check-in, we are going to talk about pre-profiling. Pre-profiling is so uber important. I can't tell you how many times that I have skipped that step and I've kicked myself later. Okay, pre-profiling is so super important. Now, with technology, there's so many different ways you can pre-profile, but at the end of the day, it's about making a personal connection with a guest so that they know you're expecting them and that you have a seat reserved for them and that you are going to be prepared for them and their specific skincare needs, okay? And so pre-profiling is super important. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I personally start that process through my Facebook event or my Evite. I send a message out to everyone and I link a Google form questionnaire that says, hey, I'm super excited to pamper you all on Saturday. If you haven't had a chance to RSVP, please do so. And it would really help me out if you could take 2 minutes to fill out this quick questionnaire so I'm better prepared for you. Okay. And then I put the link to my Google form. And my Google form has the basic questions of, name, contact information, like a phone number. And then it's asking about their skin, okay? The questions you want to use in pre-profiling. And all of that's attached too. But you're basically asking them, what their skin type is, if they have concerns with their skin, what they would love to learn about, those kind of questions, okay? So through the pre-profiling process, you get that first connection with them. They're feeling like, oh, she's really going to have a specific place for me. And I'm answering these questions because I'm coming on Saturday, okay? And then after you receive that information, I text them, or you could call them, and I say, thank you so much for taking 2 minutes to fill out my questionnaire. I am super excited to meet you on Saturday. I am going to have a seat reserved for you. If for some reason anything comes up and you aren't able to make it, if you could let me know, I would appreciate it. Okay? Now I have a personal line to that guest. They are more likely to show up than if I had not done that.
They are more likely to, when they get home after a long day of work and it's a Friday night party and they really just want to kick off their shoes and crawl under a blanket and watch TV with a glass of wine, they're more likely to go, I told that Mary Kay lady I'd be there and she's reserving me a seat and I've got to go. Okay, she's more likely to come.
So by pre-profiling, not only are you going to be better prepared for your guests, you're going to know exactly how many guests are coming, and they are more likely to show up once they've pre-profiled with you than had they not, because they'd never met you before, right? So you've created this connection, which will also help build your customer loyalty because they're going to feel even more connected with you there. They meet you at the party. You can talk about what they answered in their profile questions with them. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, she listened and she paid attention. And you're going to have that connection with them. And that's going to build your customer loyalty opportunities. So in the information, if you're like, I don't know what a Google form is, I don't know what she's talking about, there is information on how to set up your own Google form. It's super easy. Don't be afraid of technology. It helps you, okay? But also, it's super important to text them and talk or call them and talk to them after they've filled out their pre-profile because they need to have a personal connection with you, okay? So pre-profiling is key to success on coaching your parties. So let me give you an example because somebody always asks me, how do you coach all your parties? Okay, so let's say I have 3 to 5 parties on the weekend, okay? Between Saturday and Sunday, I have 3 to 5 parties, okay? So what I will do is what this looks like, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. That's the glory of technology. What this looks like is on Monday, during the time I've set aside in my weekly plan sheet for coaching, which is only probably 15, 20 minutes, is that I post on all the Facebook events or email message through Evite, if they have an Evite, the script that is attached, okay, that basically says, hey, I'm super excited to meet you at Sally's, party on Saturday at 2:00. If you haven't RSVP'd, please do so. Also fill out this questionnaire and I give the link, okay? Now, on Wednesday, I check the information that's come through on those pre-profile links. And I recognize them, just like we like to be recognized in Mary Kay. I go onto the Facebook event page and I put a post and it says, thank you so much to Amy and Susie and Jenny for filling out the questionnaire for Sally's party on Saturday. If you haven't had a chance to do so, please do so I'm best prepared. So I recognize the women who did it and then I ask for the other women to do it, okay? That happens on Wednesday for each event. Okay, so if I have 3 to 5 parties, I go into each party, I see who's actually filled out the profile, and then I post on the wall to give them that recognition and ask for more. And then on Friday, I am going to personally text every single one of those people that filled out the questionnaire and say, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to have a space specifically set aside for you. And if anything comes up, please let me know. And then I'm also going to reach out to my hostess and verify her guest count, okay? Because we all know on Facebook, sometimes everybody says they're coming and then nobody comes, right? So if you have a hostess who has 8 people who said they're coming on their Facebook event, but 5 people have actually filled out their pre-profile, guess how many you're probably going to have at the party? 5. Okay, so on Friday, I am going to call my hostess, or I'm going to text my hostess, and I'm going to say, hey, Sally, I just wanted to check in with you about how many guests you're expecting for tomorrow. I see on your Facebook event you have 8 RSVPs, but I've only had 5 women fill out my questionnaire. Do you know how many you're having join you? And 9 times out of 10, she's going to say, oh my gosh, I think I only have 5. Okay. But she's going to end up rounding up her friends and getting you a final guest count. So by Friday night, you have a final guest count for all your parties on Saturday and Sunday. And I am telling you that that is almost always exactly accurate. How awesome is that, right? No more squeezing out 8 trays for 3 people to show up. Okay. No more sitting there wondering if anybody's going to come. Okay. Or showing up at somebody's house and there's nobody there. Okay. No more of that. When you coach using all of these materials, your parties, you will squeeze the exact number of trays. You will pamper the faces you planned on. You will pay the bills you planned on because of your parties. Okay. So treat your business like a business and use this coaching tool as one that is just equally as important as your booking tool, okay? Budget your time in your weekly plan sheet for your coaching. I'm telling you, it's like 15, 20 minutes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for my weekend parties. And that's it, okay? So make it part of your plan, just like you do your booking calls. Because you know that when you do your booking calls at the time that you have budgeted for them in your weekly plan sheet, how successful you feel at the end of the week, right? Do that for your coaching as well, and you'll feel that same success when your parties hold with the numbers that you thought would be there. Oh my gosh, what an invigorating feeling, right? So always remember to think about your business, be mindful for a minute or 2, and then fill out the survey and see how you can do things just a little bit better to give you greater success, okay? I wish you all the best, and we'll see you in session 4.